Welcome back to UK's Strongest Man. In the first programme, 4 big men were eliminated and 4 more will go today. Let's meet the competitors, and after that we'll hear from Big Daddy himself, Glen Ross. Well, I've got 2 of the famous Belfast giants behind me, another famous giant alongside me. That's Glen Ross, the defending champion from Bangor. Organising this year, he's not defending his title. What's the reason for that?
The Strongman World Cup about 3 weeks ago, I was carrying a 900-pound weight around in a circle, and my patella tendon snapped completely in half and collapsed to the floor, and it's had to be restitched, and I'm going to be out of competition for about 6 months.
It's bad news for you, but I suppose it's quite good for the competition because now the others have a chance to win. What about day one? What were your thoughts on that?
Well, it's been absolutely fantastic, and we've got a completely almost new crop of what we had last year. There's at least 10 new faces, and it's made great competition. For me, there's a fantastic guy, Terry Hollands, 6'7", 27 stone, almost the same weight as me, and he's been very, very impressive. But the static events, it'll be interesting to see how well he's done, because the static events he seemed to be weak on, but strongman events he was very good. Another guy who really impressed me as well was Dave Eastwood, 17.5 stone, lifting 160 kilo ball. It was electrifying. I got shivers down my spine. In the other group, Big Dale Norris, what a tank. Dave Meir, what a guy, great for the camera. So it's been an open and shut case. A couple of boys that have disappointed me, but I still think will come through and make the final is Adam Townsend. I think he's going to do it still.
Second day of competition, event 1. With this event, the athletes have to pull this 4-ton truck, which has been loaded up with an extra 2 ton of sand, and we've let the tyres down to make it even harder. They have to pull the truck down a 25-metre course, not using traditional methods with the legs, but using this apparatus known as the winch, where they've got to use tremendous upper body strength. Fastest man wins.
So it's day 2 of UK's Strongest Man then, and on day 1 we lost 2 guys. We're now down to 6 men in each group. So the first event, 7-ton truck, they have to winch it along the course. Let's hear who Glen Ross fancies to win this one.
The winch, that awesome event, pulling trucks, can only suit tall men in my opinion. And Adam Townsend in Group A needs points. He should get the win there. And the other tall guys, the likes of Paul Wood and that awesome man, Terry Hollands, will come through hopefully, and one of them should win it.
So then, first man up in Group 1, Simon Morton, Big Si, as he calls himself, hails from Carlisle, 22 stone. Now the thing is with this winch, the hardest part is always the first part, where you have to get the lorry moving. Once the lorry's moving, it's really all about momentum. Just keep it moving and it becomes a lot easier. And then it really does become a time trial. So he's flying already, actually. 21 seconds, 22 seconds. Over in just over 25, in fact 25.08 seconds from Simon Morton. That's going to be tough to beat. Adam Townsend up now. Glen Ross fancies him to win this one, but well, he's looking like he's struggling to begin with. He's going to have to start getting some movement going to get that truck rolling. Already 12 seconds, and it doesn't even look like he's halfway down the course. See the effort that he's putting in. From Northampton, 20 stone, this man. 6 foot tall. Come on, needs to keep pushing now. He's already behind Simon Morton, and he crosses over in just a shade over 30. Again, 30.06 seconds, so that puts him in second place. Raymond Christie from Perth. Got to get that wheel moving now. Get that truck rolling if he's going to have any chance of winning this. But so far, actually, it doesn't look like he's in the game at all. 19 seconds up already. He needs a real burst of speed now if he's going to sort of be competing for the top spots in this group. 26, 27, 28. 28.46, the official time. Mark Lawson now. He had a fantastic first day in this competition. Quarryman by trade, so he's going to be used to lugging around big weights with those big arms and generating some real power. It looks like he's moving fast. I mean, that truck is approaching the finish line already. 20 seconds. This could well put him in front. 26.12 seconds for Mark Lawson, second place. Crowd favourite Dave Mear now. You'll know why in a minute. Jumps up trying to get that winch moving. He's from Tamworth, Dave Mear. As I said in previous day one, I think it was, he's really improved over last year. Last year he was just invited at the last minute to compete in the UK's Strongest Man. Didn't do too well. But this year he's really put himself in as one of the contenders. So he's looking 26.15 seconds for Dave Mear. Good result. For Wales now, Dale Norris, who's a real powerhouse. He's struggling to get that winch moving. See the effort in his face. And it's a very awkward event. I mean, the truck's actually not that heavy. I mean, I don't think we're going to have any problems with the guys finishing this. It's really going to be a question of how fast can they finish. And he's doing pretty well. He's not going to be vying for the top spot, but he's just under 27 seconds, 26.47 seconds. That puts Dale Norris in third place. So a good result there. Simon Morton winning, surprisingly actually. 6 points for him, top of the group. Mark Lawson second, but Adam Townsend, Glenn Ross's favourite, really comes last, and that's a surprise to everybody. Overall standings, remember, points are carried over from day one, so Dale Norris top spot after one event, 29 points, but it's tight. Adam Townsend at the bottom there at 21.5. He's not out of the game. So Group 2 then, for the 7-ton truck winch. Paul Wood, known as Woody, psyching himself up. He's one of the smaller contestants as well, so I think he's going to find this pretty tough going. I mean, it is all about upper body strength and arm strength and shoulder strength. So who knows? Maybe there's a surprise in store. 34 years old, Paul Wood, hailing from Kent. And he's getting it moving pretty well now. Getting a bit of speed up. 23, 24. It's not breaking any world records, but it's a pretty respectable time by the looks of it. And he crosses the line in 29.9 seconds. Big Dean Bolt of Wales. Like Dave Mear, he's made some tremendous progress over the last year. Coming from Cardiff. He's only 6 foot tall, but he's a 21 stone man, so there's plenty of power there. Getting nice momentum going now. Really, that's moving fast. He's getting that going very, very well. Look at the speed of the truck. 24, 25, and he's just over in 26 seconds, 26.56. Steve Brooks, the dark horse, Glenn Ross called him. He plays a tactical game. In other words, he never really goes for the win in the early stages, conserves a lot of energy and a lot of strength. And then on the last day, the plan is to surprise everybody. He's even been known to feign injury before to put the other guys off their stride. He's a bit of a character, Steve Brooks, but he's going well now. 27.5 seconds. I don't think he'll be too pleased with that, Steve Brooks.
You ready, Dave?
Dave Eastwood then, getting off to a slightly faulty start, but now going pretty well. In fact, he's going very well. That truck's coming up the track there very, very quick. So after what was a faulty start, look at the speed and the power there. This man's full of surprises. Ah, oh, unbelievable. 24.37 seconds. That's the fastest time we've seen today. Terry Hollands, well, he's a man-mountain, isn't he? You would have to assume that an event like this is made for him. But actually, he's not having it all his own way getting started here. Shouts of encouragement from the guys in the background there. This is Belfast Docks, right by the side of the docks, as you can see. And Terry Hollands really getting into his stride now. Got to keep turning that, burning the lactic acid building up in the muscles, but... oh, 24.72 seconds. That puts him in second place, just behind Dave Eastwood. Good result. Irishman Paul Roberts now, 29 years old. And he's had a very good showing on day one, so he'll be looking to replicate that success on the second day of the competition. Got a slightly different technique. He's got a sort of crossover grip there, one hand facing a different direction to the other, which I haven't noticed on anybody else doing, so slightly different technique, and well, a pretty respectable time, 28.04, but that's not going to win him this group. I don't think he'll be too pleased with that. So confirmation of the results then. The smallest man, Dave Eastwood, winning, earning 6 points, beating Terry Hollands, the biggest man in the competition. Dean Bolt narrowly behind them at 26.56 seconds. It was tight all the way down. Terry Hollands then carrying his points through from day one, 37 points, the leader of the pack. Paul Wood at the bottom, well, he's got a lot to do on day two.
Event 2, day 2. This is the event that sorts the men out from the boys. This is the deep knee bend or squat. The athletes have to put the bar on the back of the shoulders, bend the legs to the pad of the floor, and drive back up. The weights they'll be using will be in excess of 300 kilo plus on this platform.
Thanks, Gary Taylor then. So event 2 on day 2, squat for maximum. Let's hear from Glenn Ross.
The squat, a real power event, one of my favourites. In Group A has to be that tank, Dale Norris from Wales. Look at the size of those legs. Of course he's going to win.
Well, it's all about leg strength here. In Group 1 of the squat for maximum, the 280 kilogram starting weight proved too much for some. Mark Lawson was first, and it was a no squat for him. Adam Townsend failed next, and despite a new technique, he got nowhere. Mind your head, Adam. And Raymond Christie also bowed out of the event unsuccessfully, leaving 3 men in the running.
So 3 tried it then and didn't succeed, but it's Simon Morton up, 290 kilograms. Gets himself into position, ready to brace that huge weight.
Squat!
Now when he goes down, his posterior or bottom has to go below his knees to be a decent squat. Gary Taylor, if he doesn't go down far enough, Gary Taylor would disallow it. That one was allowed. Good squat. Simon Morton will be very happy with that.
4K, and we need 300 kilos, 10 on, please.
Big Dave Meir now, 300 kilograms. I don't think squatting's his strongest discipline in the strongman. He's very, very strong in the shoulder area. It'll be interesting to see how he does in today's competition. 300 kilograms, gets below knee level and up easy. Little nod of acknowledgement to the crowd. He loves to play to the crowd, Dave Meir. Wells is Dale Norris then. First lift for him. He decided not to come in at a lower weight. 300 kilograms for him as well. Special squatting shoes on there to help support him. Oh. He made it look absolutely easy. 300 kilograms. It looked like there was no weight on there at all. Oh, he's going to fancy himself for this one. So Dave Meir comes back. I'll see you 20 kilograms. 320 now. Looking to outdo Dale Norris.
Let's wake it up! Let's wake it up! Squats!
Yes. Well, I won't say it was easy, but he did it. 320 kilograms. He'll be very happy with that. Remember, 3 guys didn't manage a single squat at any weight. So Dale Norris to match, to tie first place. Oh, easy once again. And doesn't he know it? Well, it's getting interesting now. Is Dave Meir going to come back and try and raise him to 330 kilograms? Well, no, is the answer. Dave Meir decided that enough is enough, and he's left it to Dale Norris. So Dale Norris will be lifting 330 kilograms to win Group 1 in the squat for maximum. See that? He took some smelling salts there, clear the head. They're allowed to do that, nothing illegal in that. Need to be totally focused on lifting such a heavy weight. All the way down and up. Easy, he says. And who's going to disagree? Fantastic performance from Dale Norris. That wins him Group 1. So then confirmation of the results in Group 1, squat for maximum. Dale Norris, a very impressive 330 kilograms. Can't see that getting beaten today. Dave Meir, another terrific showing from him. But poor Mark Lawson, Raymond Christie and Adam Townsend got nowhere. So Dale Norris stays top in Group 1 with that performance. Dave Meir looking very, very strong today, actually. I'm very surprised to see him doing so well. But Adam Townsend really has it all to do, languishing at the bottom on 21.5 points. So then it's Group 2. Once again, let's hear from Big Daddy Glenn Ross on who he fancies for this one.
My tip in Group B has to be Paul Roberts. He might look light, but he's a real powerhouse when it comes to squatting.
In Group 2 of the squat for maximum, Paul Wood was up first and failed to lift the 280 kilogram starting weight. Scotsman David Eastwood was next to try his hand, but he didn't fare too much better, leaving 4 men in Group 2 still in the event.
So then once again, some of the guys finding it too hard to handle. Terry Hollands up now for 280 kilograms, which incidentally is only 5 kilograms short of his best ever squat. So it's not going to be easy for the big man. His height's against him as well, of course. He's got a long way to go down, and that doesn't look good to me. Yep, Gary Taylor's telling him that he's got to get all the way down for it to count.
No, Terry, no.
Oh, mind your head. No lift. He'll be disappointed with that, but he's given one more chance. So last effort for Terry Hollands. All the way down, Terry. 280 kilograms. And he'll be pleased for that. It's not going to win him the event, but it was close to his personal best. Paul Roberts now of Ireland up next.
Make sure we just don't fall.
Paul's best squat is 300 kilograms. So 280 kilograms above him. He should do this comfortably. Yes. Paul Roberts then, 280 kilograms. Good squat, and he's still in the competition. Well, Big Terry's back. You haven't seen any of the other guys yet because they're joining the competition later. They're better squatters. So Terry now going for 300 and a personal best. No. He nearly got that head again. But I don't think anybody expected him to beat his personal best by 15 kilograms. So a good effort from Terry Hollands, but he'll be disappointed. So then Dean Bolt, this actually his second lift, having cleared 290 kilograms, he's going for 300.
Come on, Dean.
Dean's best squat, 340 kilograms. He should do this comfortably.
Squat.
Counting. Yes.
Yeah, referee Gary Taylor happy with that one. So second successful clearance for Dean Bolt, 300 kilograms. Steve Brooks then, first lift for him, and this is tactical because by electing not to lift a lighter weight, if he lifts this and is tied on weight with other guys who've already had more lifts than him, he wins the competition. And he does it. 300 kilograms, personal best. Checks with referee Gary Taylor. So it's advantage Steve Brooks then, having had just one lift. He puts himself in pole position. Paul Roberts, second lift for him, looking to match Steve Brooks and Dean Bolt on 300 kilograms, which ties them all on weight, but as I said, it's advantage Steve Brooks. And he does it, matching his personal best, 300 kilograms for Paul Roberts. So 3 men still in the competition. Looks fired up, doesn't he, Steve Brooks? It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out today because he is the great tactician, often feigns injury, tries to put the other guys off, and now going for a personal best, 310 kilograms. Oh, is he? Just 310 and a new personal best for Steve Brooks, puts him in the lead. But he doesn't look happy. He's holding his right arm there, complaining to referee Gary Taylor. Is this more mind games from Steve Brooks? So Ireland's Paul Roberts back then, going for a new personal best and looking to keep in the competition with Steve Brooks. Although even if Paul clears this at 310 kilograms, Steve would still beat him if neither of them succeeded, should I say, in lifting a higher weight. Yes, he clears it, matching Steve Brooks on 310 kilograms. Good squatting by Paul Roberts. Well, I can tell you that Dean Bolt successfully lifted 310 kilograms, matching Steve Brooks and Paul Roberts, but he decided to go for more, 320 kilograms. Getting himself ready, psyching himself up. This for the outright win. Look good. Yes, it looked. No, it's not. Gary Taylor. I tell you what, if I was Dean Bolt, I'd be very unhappy there. That looked good to me. He's being made to go again at 320 kilograms. His chance is somewhat diminished now. No, doesn't manage it. Great effort, but not enough. Quizzical look at Kerry Taylor there. Yes, I thought so too. Turned out okay, it did. Steve Brooks winning that one because he squatted less to get the 310 kilogram maximum. Paul Robertson, Dean Bolts putting in good showings as well, but Dave Eastwood and Paul Wood didn't actually manage any of the weight. A bridge too far. So then overall standings after the second event on day 2. Terry Hollands top of the back, but Steve Brooks is snapping at his heels. Paul Roberts also putting in a good showing and closely followed by Dave Eastwood, but Paul Wood looks to be out of it after just 2 events. So the 2-car deadlift. It's time to hear from Glenn Ross on who he thinks is going to win this one.
The deadlift holds 2,000 kilograms of car. In Group A has to be that tank again, Dale Norris. He's got the shoulders, he's sturdy, he'll sure to win this. But if he just gets it up, Simon Morton should go through and Raymond Christie will go home.
So then first heat. Raymond Christie against Adam Townsend. 2,000 kilograms. This one all about grip. Adam Townsend struggling to actually get it off the ground. It's hardly surprising with a weight like that. Raymond Christie as well. Look at that. Oh, Dave. Glenn Ross loves to put on these challenges for these guys. And this is just, well, a bridge too far, as I've said before. 2,000 kilograms, and the guys aren't even able to get the cars off the ground. It really is the ultimate strength challenge. Straight away, look, that's it. I've had enough. And who can blame them? Well, let's hope these guys have a better chance at getting the cars off the ground. Simon Morton against Mark Lawson, both big, strong guys. I fancy their chances in this one. Go on, Mark Lawson, and he's got it up! Simon Morton still struggling to move it. Giving up straight away. I think he knows when he's been beaten. But look at Mark Lawson. Oh, 12.4 seconds. Believe me, that is phenomenal. A really, really tough challenge set by Glenn Ross, and there's some big men to come. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Mark Lawson looks absolutely exhausted. 12.4 seconds, 2,000 kilograms. It's 1,000 kilogram per hand. Not easy. Words of encouragement from Glenn Ross. He knows how difficult this is. Well, Mark Lawson leads the way. Well, you can hear Dave Meir. Even if you can't recognise him in the distance there, he makes lots of noise. Up against Dale Norris. This will be a good one. This event's suited to these two guys. Well, smelling salts again for Dale Norris. Their hands are bound just to help them get that weight off the ground and keep it there. Oh, phenomenal from Dave Meir and from Dale Norris. Man against man. They both pretty much got them off at the same time. Oh, unbelievable. Neck and neck. Dave Meir, 10.32 seconds. And guess what? Dale Norris, 10.4. That's how close that was. And those two guys know that they've just done something pretty special.
Thank you.
Still behind Mark Lawson, though. And there's the confirmation. Simon Morton, Raymond Christie and Adam Townsend all failing to get off the mark. And those really. But Mark Lawson led the pack. 12.4 seconds to earn himself 6 points. Dale Norris and David Meir, well, nothing separated them. So that's it. At the end of day 2, 2 men have to go home. And those 2 men are Raymond Christie and Adam Townsend. But Dale Norris reigns supreme with Dave Meir, Mark Lawson and Simon Morton following up close behind. Group 2 then, and it's time to hear from Big Daddy Glenn Ross on who's going to win this one.
The deadlift hold, 2,000 kilograms to be held with straps in your hands. In Group B, it has to be again that giant Terry Hollands. And going home, well, my tip might just be Dean Bolt, because I think Dave Eastwood, after lifting that 160 kilo stone, has a real guts and fire to go through.
So then Paul Roberts, the Irishman, up against Dave Eastwood. You heard Glenn. Glenn fancies that Dave Eastwood, who's really languishing down at the bottom of his group, fancies that he could still squeak through. Paul Roberts has got the 2 cars up. Now it's just a question of how long. 4.43 seconds for Paul Roberts, but I tell you, even 0.1 of a second is good in this event. Dave Eastwood admits defeat very quickly. I think you know whether you're going to lift a weight like that up or not. But a good showing from Paul Roberts. So then Dean Bolt on your left in the red for Wales, of course, up against Paul Wood. Dean's smiling. Maybe he knows something that we don't. Paul Wood, meanwhile, removes his shoes to give himself a flatter footing on that surface. Lift, says Gary Taylor. And lift he does, Dean Bolt, but then his straps break. But Paul Wood's got the 2 cars up. Phenomenal. He's a small guy. I don't think anyone would have expected that. Dean Bolt sits there, smiles to himself. I'm sure he should be allowed another go. Paul Wood, 4.32 seconds he managed. I think he'll be pleased with that. But I don't think it's enough to keep him in the competition. He was so far behind. That's the last we've seen of him. He limps off, just shows the effort these guys have to go. Oh, the 2 big men now. Steve Brooks against Terry Hollands. Big man Terry Hollands. Oh, and Steve Brooks manages it. But amazingly, Terry Hollands doesn't. So you wouldn't want to bet on this sport, would you? The guys you think are going to lift don't, and the guys you think aren't going to lift do. And Steve Brooks going great guns there. 14.2 seconds. That's the best performance of the day. And I've got to say, I'm very surprised that Terry Hollands didn't manage it. But then he didn't need to. I think he's done enough to get through to the final. A lot of crowd are enjoying that, and as I thought, Dean Bolt is back. His straps broke, if you remember, after getting the cars off the ground, literally a fraction of a second later. So he's on his own now, having a second run and a chance to see if he can beat Steve Brooks's 14.2 seconds. And he's got it up again, locked his legs. Crucial to lock those legs. Come on. 5.84 seconds. That's enough for second place. I think Dean Bolt will be happy with that. Shakes his head in disgust, but that was a good performance. Second place for Dean Bolt then, 5.84 seconds. Well, we caught up with the winner, Steve Brooks, and asked him, did he find it that easy?
Yes, all day long. I've been training with me, Mark. I've been training with 565 kilo, and I've been getting 25 seconds plus with it. That was a lot easier than the first event with the railway walk, so I was pretty happy with that anyway.
It's one of the most impressive events, isn't it, to watch as a spectator?
Yeah, it is. I mean, 2 cars. I mean, it looks damned impressive, and I'm pleased to win that event.
Well, no tactics from Steve Brooks there. He was very pleased to win that with an impressive time of 14.2 seconds. Some way behind him, Dean Bolt on 5.84 and Paul Roberts at 4.43, narrowly beating Paul Wood, who really failed to do enough to stay in this competition. But the surprise of the day for me was Terry Hollands. He failed to get the cars off the ground and keep in the same company was Dave Eastwood, who goes home with Paul Wood, eliminated from day 2. But I don't think Dave Eastwood will be too unhappy. He's put up a spectacular performance over the last 2 days. Well, the kingpins, the top four there in white, Steve Brooks winning at the end of the second day with 42 points, narrowly pipping Terry Hollands. Paul Robertson, Dean Bolt as well. All four go through to the finals of the UK's Strongest Man.
No, we haven't gone tropical. We're still in Belfast, though not for long. That's it for today. Join us next time for the finals.
Yeah!